Bush with your CIG Television News Brief on this Wednesday. A one-of-its-kind public-private initiative will ensure students at all government primary schools will learn how to be safe in the water. We learn more in this report.
You bring the pool to the school. And so this initiative, what makes it unique is that you don't have to have a pool on campus. We are going to bring the pool to you.
Swimfree will start at East End Primary School for students from reception to year 2. The students will receive swim lessons, which is now a part of the curriculum's physical education class, for them to be able to safely handle themselves in 10 feet of water. Caymanian Frankie Flowers of the Flowers family says the work to get here started just over 1 year ago, and it was definitely a community effort that will benefit the students.
So the Swimfree program asserts that for every Caymanian child, being able to swim is their birthright. We are a seafaring people. We are founded upon the seas. At any given time, every Caymanian child is less than 2 miles from the water. So our whole point was to give them access to that birthright. It's an entitlement. And these are the receptacles that they go in, the cam locks. One for in, one for out, in terms of water. Ideally, we'd be able to recycle the water through that bottom cam lock, so you can take out, maybe give to the fire department to spray the dump, stuff like that. It can't go back into our tankers because our tankers carry desalinated water. So actually the water you're getting in here is pure water, and then the filter is just actually keeping it clean. And it's a salt filter, so it's actually less salt than you would have in the sea, but essentially doing the same thing as chlorine would.
Minister for Education and Deputy Premier, the Honourable Juliana O'Connor Connolly, says the pilot project is just one possibility of what public-private partnerships can do for communities. While Mark Ray, Director of the Department of Education Services, says this is one of the most exciting initiatives he has been a part of during his career.
The initiative Swimfree is extremely important to the country, certainly to the government, because it's a prime and foremost modern day example of how government and private sector can come together in partnership for the good and well-being of a very large percentage of our population. We are a small island nation and everyone loves the sea, but not everyone is privileged to swim. This will allow schools like East End, Northside, some of the outer districts that don't have a swimming pool, for all to learn to swim.
Because we recognize that there are opportunities that our young people may be missing out on with regard to being safe and familiar with the water. So this initiative really is targeted to make sure that they have a level of comfort, competence in terms of the life-saving skills that they would need in the water. When we look at these statistics and we recognize the number of young people across the world that die from drowning, we want to make sure that as an island where we're surrounded by water, our young people feel comfortable and secure in the water, that they can make it to shore within a certain distance.
The pool is now set up and ready to be used by students at East End Primary School when the new school year begins. Also making headlines, a virtual forum on the draft National Energy Policy was held on all government channels on Wednesday morning. Premier and Minister for Sustainability and Climate Resiliency, the Honourable Wayne Panton, Senior Policy Advisor for Energy, Kristen Smith, James Whitaker, Chairman of the Energy Policy Council, and Richard Hugh of CUC were the panelists. The virtual forum looked at the 5-year review process and how stakeholders' feedback has been incorporated into the updated draft. Now, the public was also invited to submit questions, and they were answered during the live panel discussion. You can watch the entire forum on the Cayman Islands government's YouTube channel on demand. Turning now to our forecast for tonight and through to Friday. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers and some possible thunder. Seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet for you boaters out there, while the 2-day outlook is for similar weather through to Thursday, with an increase in cloudiness and showers from Friday, as well as a tropical wave enters the Cayman Islands area. Now, for more information on local weather conditions, you can go online to weather.gov.ky, or you can check out the Weather Services Facebook page as well. And that brings us to the end of today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us and wishing you a safe and wonderful night.